for runners and riders. Beginning with Ask the Gatherer, big price for a horse that definitely stays. Finished behind a good horse called Hero Collonge last time, 100 to 1. Back to bid, Dennis O'Regan, 33s. Blackjack Ketchum, evens favourite now. Dream Alliance for Richard Johnson, a 16 to 1 chance. And 5 colours, another horse I like, 33 to 1, Robert Thornton.
Keith Goldsworthy saddles It's the Limit, who's 100 to 1 shot, but It's a Dream might be an outsider's price. He's no outside, he's plenty of potential, this horse, for Nicky Henderson, Mick Fitzgerald. Jeremy Cuddleduck is largely ignored in the betting at 66s. Caranja's blotted his copybook. He was a decent bumper horse, 33 to 1. Ted, Mr. Top Notch.
Yeah, Mr. Top Notch is a good horse. He's been very, very consistent. He won very well last time up, and I think he's a better horse maybe than his form would suggest.
Number 11, Oscar Park. He's been going in soft ground. Maybe he wants better. He's getting that this afternoon. And Powerstation said he's done nothing wrong.
No, he's been very consistent all year long. He's always run a cracker, and he'll run a big race here again today. It might be the best of them, but he won't be far away.
Screenplay ran just a little while ago behind a good horse of Nicky Henderson's called Timwan. Smile of fact, good to see Ben Hitchcock all right after his fall in the cross-country race the other day, 100 to 1 shot. And Super Lord, number 15 for Jim Old. Nice big chase inside. Another big price.
Too far back, one of Paul Carberry rides this fella for Noel Mead. This horse won well at Naas. He stays and he travels really well. Noel said he'd appreciate maybe a little bit more of an ease net. 17 Travino, the trip won't be far enough from. He ran a cracking race behind Nick and Orr. He's a very, very good novice. He stays and jumps, and if the other horse has any weak link, this horse will expose it.
Zip Along Lad is another tough horse who's progressing. Won his last 2, admittedly both on very heavy ground. Conditions are a lot quicker today.
Same start used for yesterday's Ladbrokes World Hurdle, which resulted in that tremendous finish between My Way to Sol's End and Golden Cross. There's the favourite, Blackjack Ketchum, Tony McCoy, the very light colours, even money. Travino at 61. This time they're away for the Brit Insurance Novices Hurdle. And downhill towards flight number 1, Super Lord, Travino, Smile of Fact and Mr. Top Notch all in the firing line. Blackjack Ketchum is close up behind these, clearing the first. Jeremy Cuddleduck in about 7th or 8th place. The back marker over flight number 1 was It's the Limit. And it's Super Lord, the big horse that comes through to head Smile of Fact. And Travino clearing flight number 2 from Mr. Top Notch and Blackjack Ketchum. Zip Along Lad in the dark blue and white jacket. And then Jeremy Cuddleduck and back to bid over on the far side in yellow. After these was Screenplay. And then towards the near side, the white-faced Dream Alliance for the Philip Hoggs Richard Johnson team that won the first race. As they swing left-handed and in close-up, Super Lord. Mr. Top Notch now getting handy on the outside, blue and green. Trevino in the spots. Then Blackjack Ketchum towards the inside, Smile of Fact wider. Screenplay in the black jacket, Jeremy Cuddleduck and Zip Along Lad, Dream Alliance and back to bid. They were followed further back then by Karanja and Oscar Park. And Chouette towards the outside. It's the Limit is one of the back markers still, with Ask the Gatherer in the rear. And they're now making the top left-hand turn. Long way from the stands at this point of the track. Too far back currently, one of those held up towards the rear with Powerstation. And it's Super Lord and Mr. Top Notch from Travino and Blackjack Ketchum and Screenplay and Zip Along Lad. Dream Alliance over on the far side. Then behind these, It's a Dream, the black and green sleeves, Mick Fitzgerald on It's a Dream, as they head down to this next flight of hurdles. It's still early stages. Mr. Top Notch and Super Lord. Travino just in behind them. Then Blackjack Ketchum, Screenplay and Zip Along Lad. On the left in the yellow, back to bid. Oscar Park is just behind these with It's a Dream. And Dream Alliance also up the inside. Jeremy Cuddleduck in the ruck with Oscar Park and then Karanja. Further back is Ask the Gatherer, together with Chouette and Powerstation. Too far back is just ahead of those. If you're looking for too far back in a noseband, red and white striped sleeves. And out the back, It's the Limit, and Smile of Fact is now last of all. Circuit left to travel, and Mr. Top Notch taking them along now from Travino. Irish runners first and second. Super Lord is third, then the favourite Blackjack Ketchum in a very good position in 4th place. after Blackjack. Then on the outside, Zip Along Lad. Wide is Back to Bid, followed by Jeremy Cuddleduck and Dream Alliance and Screenplay. Karanja then is wide of 5 colours, and Oscar Park, It's a Dream up the inside. Then Too Far Back round the inner as well. Chouette, It's the Limit. Power Station, Ask the Gatherer, and Smile of Fact is tailing off. Back past their departure point and downhill then towards the next flight, number 7 of 12 in all, and it's Mr. Top Notch and Travino still first and second as they stream over that flight. Blackjack Ketchum remains close up with Super Lord on the near side, and then just in behind them is Back to Bid, who's improving a shade with Karanja. Zip Along Lad still in the leading half dozen as well. Dream Alliance on the heels of the leaders with 5 colours. Then It's a Dream on the right. Behind It's a Dream, Oscar Park and Chouette making a bit of headway from the rear as they landed over the next. Continuing on the back straight then and about to climb, Mr. Top Notch and Travino head and head there. Blackjack Ketchum in third place for favourite backers. Zip Along Lad is wide of 5 colours in the white face Dream Alliance. Karanja Back to Bid. From the rear, Power Station making some headway now. Then Chouette and Jeremy Cuddleduck and Oscar Park as they reach the flight going up the hill. It's a Dream further back. Super Lord Too Far Back is Too Far Back, has dropped right out as they now reach the highest point on the race course. Travino in the spots now takes over from in second on the outside Karanja. Blackjack Ketchum just feeling it now as Mr. Top Notch is pushed along on the rail, followed by Power Station in the maroon and yellow colours. That horse has improved very kindly. Back to Bid is close up. Zip Along Lad as they make this turn. Then Dream Alliance, Chouette in the blue and yellow there. 5 colours out wide as they run downhill towards the second last. It's Travino Karanja, but looming large between the pair is Blackjack Ketchum. He's going very well here under the champion jockey as they run towards the second last. Travino on the right, Karanja on the left. In between the pair is the unbeaten Blackjack Ketchum, and they're pulling clear now of Power Station, Chouette and Back to Bid. Running round the final turn, and this favourite still hasn't come off the bridle. Blackjack Ketchum from Karanja. Travino, Power Station is beginning to run on quite doggedly in 4th place. It's a long run to the final flight. Now he just begins to ask the favourite a few questions here, Tony McCoy, and Blackjack Ketchum skips 3 or 4 clear. Power Station is still running on over the last. Blackjack Ketchum about 3 lengths to Power Station. Then Travino, Karanja, Back to Bid as they race up the hill. Could this be one for John Joe O'Neill and the champion jockey? And now Blackjack Ketchum is asked to go about his business, and Blackjack just canters clear like a really good horse, and it's one for the punters. Blackjack Ketchum wins it doing handsprings. Power Station second. Back in third, Travino. Back to Bid, then Chouette. Dream Alliance, Zip Along Lad and Karanja. Then Oscar Park. After Oscar Park was Jeremy Cuddleduck. 5 colours, Mr. Top Notch, It's a Dream and Screenplay. And very well beaten in the end. It's the Limit, Ask the Gatherer and Too Far Back. Never a moment's worry there if you were on Blackjack Ketchum. Many people's idea of the banker bet of the day and one of the best bets of the meeting. And so for a change here at this Cheltenham Festival, so it proved.